Whoa, wouldn't kids love to have that thing pop out of a Kinder Surprise Maxi?
Hello, this is KRBrickBot, and I'll be reviewing the newest, biggest, and boldest robot idea from Toy Rock. Helloka봇 Gorhamp Bigkoong. That's Ramporine and Gorg into this robot mode or a giant egg. And it also has sounds and lights. Sound and light. Except, it's usually said the lights and sounds. So like 3 voice clips here, 2 voice clips here, and some more clips if you have the Cube watch. On the back, 3 modes: robot mode, Bigkoong mode, Dino mode. Short descriptors for the characters. Requires 3 LR44 batteries included. Prepared since February of 2020 but saw general release in April. And on the side here, transformation. Kind of an unusual break. Dino mode, Bigkoong mode, robot mode. And that word mark is also distinct enough. 2 different dinos on each side. The bottom, just the egg and some more caution and such. And on the top end, warning, this is not an auto-transforming Koong egg. Definitely don't throw it at other people or stuff. It will break. Okay, so that's it for the packaging. So the 2 smashed together into this colossal egg. It's basically 2.5 times bigger than the normal Koong egg. And I would say like maybe 4 times bigger than the mini egg. I mean, there's really not much to do with this.
With this giant egg, I shall crush Megatron and become the new leader of the Decepticons!
There's really not much you can do with this egg mode except just compact storage mode. A couple of robots have that compact entry mode or just capsule modes. Yeah, so just in that same vein. If you're absolutely crazy or absolutely rich, you could just lob this at like a football. Just play premium luxury catch. And then just bang this all up like a disposable thing. Yeah, so it's half black, half red. With a pointy little bottom. Okay, so the splits is apart. Yeah, there's a nice little groove here which you can grab onto and split. Now we have egg boats. Let's transform Ramporine, this top half. So the shell spreads out like this. It's pretty much a shell former in that case. Turn this around and turn that around and flip out the little feet. And flip out the head. And one thing to watch out for, there's a little stopper here, so and it's very easy to pop that right off. It's on a simple C-click hinge, so it's easily reattachable, but as you can see, there are little stress marks. So this is as far as the head will go. And Gorg. So I suppose you could do this first. Spread out the upper legs, upper arms, and spread out those little hands. Unlatch the face. You might accidentally detach it. And you might accidentally detach that and just move that forward. And you might accidentally detach the sword, so like that. Split the legs, flip out the feet, and flip out these little black back heel supports. So, Ramphorin the Ramphorhynchus. Although I sometimes tempted to pronounce it as Ramphorhynchus. So she is pretty much a robotic dinosaur thing, maybe the elongated head similar to that dinosaur. This thing can open, but it's slightly tricky to open, so yeah, like that all the way. Some nice shelly wings with hollow bits, and a nice tail feather, which stops at 2 clicks. Yeah, feet are pretty basic, just little talons with visible fists. And a tri-circular chest-like thing. As you can see, there's the light switch and the battery hatch. Then you can press this button to activate some sounds. And Gorg the Gorgosaurus. Really hard to tell because that face is a rather flat face, like a super flat alligator-like face, because it has to be the outer shell of an egg. And some visible holes. Yeah, so he has a pretty nice chomper. And some eyes that are looking rather sad. And this looks especially sad since there's some blue residue paint all over here. Really looks like he's crying. Little arms also on these C-clips. And some very big stompers. Blue and gold accents on these tiny little clawed feet. And a tiny little tail. And it looks like there are some jet boosters on the back. Yeah, so this basically looks like robot legs with a flat lizard dinosaur thing on top. Oh, and both sound clips for Ramphorin and Gorg are in this same thing. Pretty big dinos. Alright, to transform this into robot mode, just take the entire top half off of Gorg. Flip up those very tight ratchets. Turn the legs 180. Flip in those heels and flip out some other heels. And flip those feet forward that are on these sloped sliders so they move slightly downward as they move 90. So just fold that dino head on the chest. Fold out those arms. Flip in the fist. And flip up the head. And plug them in these 2 clips. And if you see here, there's a little switch which, when pressed, will change the set of sounds. And a nice combination sound. And you can take this for several accessories. Just plug this off for a tiny little sword. Take off the head for a dino head gauntlet. And this looks like it will also be used as a shield. Or just leave it all together and use it as a giant stabby gauntlet shield thingy all in one. I guess this looks like a Robo Dino Knight with a sword and shield and a very prominent hexagonal chest thing that kind of looks like a sigil or badge, and it's a pretty nice color combination of red, blue, white, and gray and gold. And some very shell-formery wings. that give it a nice silhouette. The feet are looking a little too long though, looking too long for its body. And also kind of stubby legs, and that is a very square torso. Yeah, there really is no curvature. I mean, there are some angled, scaled bits on front, but it doesn't give an illusionary impression that this is anything other than a boxy torso. And pretty wide shoulders. I mean, the shield, it just looks decent for a kibble shield, except that, yeah, this thing looks a little out of place. You could do this, I guess. And the head sculpt is looking pretty bestial with those lower fangs on the faceplate. And the little golden crest and little ears, but and a slightly recessed faceplate with the mold kind of looks like he has lips, like Optimus Primal faceplate lips. Although that's really not the case, as clearly seen in the animation. This button activates that little orange button, which makes different sounds for in the combined mode. Articulation. The head has no side-to-side swivel, it's only upward and downward for the nestling in the neck. The arms are nice 360 ratchets, pretty solid and tight. Some very tight bicep swivels. A wrist only inward for the transformational foot. The shoulder joints like this, whatever good that does. Nothing on the waist. Forward that much on those very tight ratchets. No back because this thing obstructs it. Why? Spread that much. Stop by stoppers. I suppose you could nip them off if you want to get the full spread. And thigh swivels that only move 90 degrees and only inward, no outward. I guess that's to make sure that the kids don't get confused which legs the position go into in the Dino or Bot mode. But still, I suppose you could also nip those off if you want the full range. The knees only go that much, and the foot can bend like this. So what good are bicep swivels if the other joints are kind of compromised? So this is a pretty big egg and near leader class, but these are not to scale. Because these eggs are not to scale. So if you're really prickly about scale, I think he would have to be a deluxe compared to the big bots. Or if in the chug scale, he would have to be like a little scout class. Now back to egg mode. So if the light is still on, it will make a separating sound. Be sure to turn that off since you can't access it in the shell mode. Make sure these grooves are lined up with the torso. And then just have the bicep swivels just hang out like that. And then just fold the shell over itself. Just reattach Gorg's Dino bits. Fold up the legs and such. Turn that around, make sure to clip in those two clips. This might fall off. Attach the tail in the hole here. And then plug the nose into this hole into here. Careful not to catch that. Then there are 4 clips. this certainly has more playability than the regular egg bots. And it is an interesting novelty transformer, a double dino that turns into an egg. Yeah, because kids like eggs and dinosaurs. Except, these little capsule compact modes, they really don't do anything other than just look pretty and be compact. So I think that works for like small eggs, but a humongous egg, what you're gonna do with it? Just display it or throw it around, which you should not do. And being such an abstract shape of real life thing, I guess you could imagine just pretending he's like a gigantic egg, but the closest accurate scale, according to the show, would be like the 6-inch action figures. So it's like a human versus a slightly big man-bot egg.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe. And some comments would help get out in the recommendations just a little bit more. So until next time, this is KRBrickBot signing off.